Oh, my favorite girly pops. In today's video for the low introductory price sale of absolutely nothing, you heard it here last, in Fair Verona, where we lay our scene. We're going to talk about Amberlynn Reed drama. Does the fun ever start? I feel like a girl of 2021 again. All right, so we're going to get into massive Amberlynn Reed drama. As always, everything I'm saying is just for entertainment purposes only. Nothing that I am saying is meant to be taken seriously. I am sharing my own opinions, not facts, and publicly accessible information, first made public by public figures. Please do not go to these people's channels and leave them mean-spirited, negative, discouraging, disparaging comments. Now, have you ever seen something on my channel and you wanted to buy it? Well, now you can. This is an affiliate link. It is my affiliate link. So if you go there and you purchase it, please let me know so I can be very excited for you when it ships. All right, now on to the drama. Okay, recently there was something posted about another cat that's no longer with us, right? Deceased cat found in the corner, blank and blank, gray and white, appears to be an adult female, all claws, no chip. There's another shocker. If you think this is your cat, please call this number. Okay. Here's what Amber posted. I already called. Thankfully, it isn't her, but so heartbroken for the cat who passed away. Just that sentence, the cat that passed away, she's so heartbroken for her. I just don't believe you. You know, when you have like an inner feeling that this person is
Amberlynn did not shower.
BSing, you're not heartbroken for anyone. You do not leave your door open for 20 minutes when you have animals, indoor elderly animals, that you keep moving so other women can take care of you, your mommy, I'm sorry, Tommy, you know, like enough is enough. Your cat is no longer with us because of you, because of your actions. So if you want me to believe that two cats disappeared on your watch, Destiny's cat Gracie and your cat Rarity, right? And you're heartbroken for somebody else's cat, I don't believe you. I don't think that you should be allowed to have animals. I think that you are, to be nice, an animal neglector. But to be real, you know what word she does to, animals. She doesn't treat animals well. I'm going to continue to say that forever. And my opinion is at some point the other cat will run away. Then here's another statement that Amber made. Not only did I immediately call and have a discussion with them, they literally just called me again today to clarify it is not Rarity because they saw these comments on here and how I've been treated. And it's obvious not Rarity due to the white on the certain cat's face and lack of white on the paws. They even told me not to go into the animal shelter because one, it's not a pretty sight, and two, it's clear it isn't Rarity. So Amberlynn keeps trying to show us how much she cares about her cat. But if she genuinely truly cared about her cat, then she wouldn't need to show anything. It would be discerned from her actions. Think about what I just said. So people contacted you from the place where the cat is, okay, to let you know that they've read the comments. I mean, are you serious? Do you actually expect A, for anybody to care, or B, how have you been treated? Like a woman that two cats passed on because of her? That's you. It's obvious that Gracie is probably no longer with us, in my opinion, more than likely. I have to say that about Rarity. I don't want to, but realistically, unless she was adopted, you mean an indoor elderly cat who's never been out of apartments trying to survive the elements in Wisconsin? Good for you, Amberlynn. You're such a lovely. Okay, so let me just see if I can get this straight. Like, I can't even believe this. Like, I can't believe that she even cares about herself at this point. So, they saw the comments on here on how I've been treated. Amber, because of you, two cats are no longer alive, Gracie and Rarity. And I know that you constantly blamed your former roommates, but your former roommate did not make publicized videos how desperate she was to get a new cat. You did. You had a Wasabi fund. The cat that she has now, she replaced Gracie with Wasabi, if you don't know. Your former roommate did not go around making monetized YouTube content stating, I know your cat is in a better place. Look at our new couch. The point is, you are cold, callous. Look, this is the bottom line. If these people care about the way you've been treated, then my opinion is that they are missing the plot and they're incorrect. This woman, because of her, multiple animals have been hurt. Twinkie is clearly not going to the vet. She's clearly not getting her nails cut yet again. Rarity is missing, presumed no longer with us, and Gracie is clearly passed on. So three separate animals that we know, two are probably deceased and one is still suffering. How you've been treated, not Rarity alone in the elements in Wisconsin in the winter, probably no longer with us. The way that you've been treated. Honestly, as I said before, if she was caring about her cat, she wouldn't need to show it to us. It'd be obvious. It'd be easy to discern from her actions. But she doesn't. So she keeps making up this stuff. Oh, so heartbroken for the cat. No, you're not. You've been celebrating holidays and Tommy's birthday. Why are you not out all day long driving around in Ubers? Why are you not walking around screaming Rarity's name? What are you doing for that cat? What have you ever done for her except ignore her and now led to her demise? It is 100% your fault. And I still believe that she's better off without animals. And I think deep down inside, she knows that it's hard for her to take care of animals. So she makes sure that they disappear. That's my opinion. This isn't like up for discussion. This is the second animal that's more than likely no longer with us. Hopefully she's been adopted, but realistically, it's bleak, okay? Because of her actions, okay? And it's okay. One more point that I wanted to say. So if that was my cat, and please comment down below in the comment section, if that was my cat and I was missing a cat and someone said to me, there's a cat that's no longer with us, she's here, can you come take a look or whatever, even if they didn't say, can you come take a look, I would immediately get in the car, or if I didn't drive, I would immediately take an Uber to the place to identify if that's my cat or not. If your baby is missing, why are you posting TikToks and Instagram stories instead of rushing over there? Because she doesn't care about Rarity. I don't know how much more obvious it can possibly be that this person doesn't care that her cat is no longer with us. She didn't even go there. And immediately, if you take a look at all of her behavior throughout the years, it's immediately blamed on someone else. They told me not to go. I don't care. If they really did tell you not to go, you should have gone anyways. Because what if they're wrong? And what if that's your baby? Don't you want closure? She doesn't want closure. She doesn't care about that this is happening. She just cares that she has been claimed publicly on the internet. TikTok on that. That's not forever. Okay, Amber posted a new video saying that NBC interviewed her, and she also talked about ornaments. It's an exciting time to be alive, girls, when we hear the word ornament, which is neither spelled that way or pronounced that way. It's an amazing time to be alive, girls. I feel like a girl of 2019 again. Okay, so in this video, she starts off this very, very hard worked on. I don't know if you guys know. I'm sorry. I don't know if you girls know. I don't know if everybody knows. Anne Boleyn said it takes her hours to create content because of the editing of the description box. You can see how much is written in this one. And the 5-minute video that she posted, exciting. Okay. So she posts this video and she starts off saying that she is doing Vlogmas. Get ready to be underwhelmed. And she's saying that, she's doing Vlogmas and there's gonna be no expectation of time on her because you see, her time is precious, not looking for Rarity. Okay. So she says it's going to be between like if it's 1 minute, if it's 3 minutes, it's 5 minutes, like there's no expectation of the length. I think that's really interesting to say that statement because this is your job. And despite it being, self-employment, which you can show up whenever you want. Look, I've said this before, but it really bears repeating. My channel is to repeat. In general, my response to what she said, what this public figure said is this. I can tell that you don't want to do Vlogmas, which I can totally understand. So why don't you just take a break in December? You don't actually have to do Vlogmas, sweetheart. Not at all, sweetie. You're very busy looking for your cat. Why do you have to post these videos in December? Why don't you just take a big break and not post them? For her to come and say, I want no one to expect any length of time on my videos, screams, I don't want to be here. This is your job. She then talks about how NBC decided to interview her about fat phobia, and it's about Nikocado avocado also. That's exciting. And she's saying how YouTube monetizes it. Okay. You mean the way that YouTube monetized you trashing your parents for 10 years, you trashing your friends for 10 years, you trashing Beck and Wifey, the way that YouTube has allowed you to monetize trashing a woman in a restaurant and you dare talk about her size, the way that YouTube monetized you saying negative things about Michael B. Petty and on Instagram as well. Instagram allowed that as well. Recently, if you don't know, Amberlynn has been trashing people for their looks on Instagram a lot. So, how are you any better than the people that misjudge you due to superficial things? I would love to hear the answer to that. It's amazing to me that she's like, oh, well, I want my voice to be heard. What are you talking about? Can someone please just seriously in the comments explain to me? Like, I want you to think about what I'm saying and then write it in the comments. This woman, this past month, I think it was in November, just didn't talk about it, went on Instagram over and over and over again and talked about how other people's looks, not just one person, right? Multiple people, and she is crying fat phobia. Also, what she's always trying to say is that the criticism that she gets is because of superficial things. Meanwhile, the majority of the criticism that she gets is because she was driving with her ex-girlfriend, for example, to go visit a child's grave, and she was dancing on the way there. When Beck was, laying her mother to rest, Anne Boleyn was sitting around making inappropriate TikToks while pretending she was crying. Those are just some of the examples why you get criticized. There's a small section of people that judge you based on superficial things that don't matter. I always encourage people to judge others based on their actions. But my general point about this interview is this woman goes on the internet and trashes the way that people look. She is a bully. Therefore, I don't care what she has to say about these type of topics because she's part of the problem. Okay. The rest of the video is her writing things off on her taxes, in my opinion. She shows you two ornaments that she gets, and there's now pay attention because it was real quick, but it's starting, girls. Okay, remember that time that I told you that she would start trashing Wifey little by little? Eventually, when Wifey dumped her, she fully trashed her. Remember when they were doing that sweater contest a few Christmases ago? Amber was like trashing her Wifey's sweater. Okay. So basically, Anne Boleyn talks about an ornament. I love that word. If only it was a real one. She discusses how we're going to get to the taxes in a minute, but she basically discusses how there's this like pickle ornament, and like Amber had to repurchase it for Tommy and all this other nice stuff, and she slips in this sentence. You have to be very quickly, you have to be very quick, you have to pay attention to this. She basically says, like, I would never put this on my tree in Oklahoma, but she's choosing to put it on hers. Why are you trashing her interest in ornaments? And by the way, even if you don't like the type of stuff that she likes to decorate her tree with, why would you humiliate her and publicize this on the internet? I'm always telling you this, all right? It always starts out small with her. What I mean by that is she doesn't come out and fully trash her partners right away. It's always this thing where she's never really on her partner's side. Do you understand what I mean? And like, if you're currently in a relationship, your partner's not on your side, rethink a Kermit. My point is, at the end of the day, she's not gonna like totally trash her girlfriends. It starts small in the beginning. Well, I would never put this on my tree. Okay, congratulations. She then shows you like, the ornaments and what she's eating in order to write it off on her taxes. She knows that she gets criticized for showing you things that she's eating. Why would she continue to do that? Only reason for that is to write it off on her taxes. If I was criticized for something I was showing a lot and it really bothered me, I guess I would stop. The fact that she isn't stopping showing her food is because she needs to write it off on her taxes. And I know people will say you're not allowed to do that. My opinion is she does it anyways. Let's move on to Foodie Beauty. So the Federal Bureau of Squirrel FBI investigation is coming after Foodie. Not really, but they should. Okay, so she basically is upset at what YouTube Underground Yaba says about her. So she's like saying that she's gonna like call like the FBI on her. And I'm just sitting here like, where is FBI Frank? Where is FBI Frank when you need him most? Spoiler alert, he don't exist. Anyways, So I think that Foodie Beauty is just completely out there without a Kermit. What can I say? Some people go out without a net. She's without a Kermit. So she claims she got her driver's license. If you believe that, I have a very large Bridget Kermes to sell you. And she's already driving around herself, and she's, driving herself to get fast food, allow the surprise to set in. And like, I know that there's like a lot of talk about like that she's driving illegally, that she didn't really get her license. And I can only be honest with you and tell you that I don't care, mainly because everything that she says is a lie. So why should we be worried about this? I will say one thing. Hers, for now, I do mean for now, driving around by herself is like going to give her obviously more autonomy. But what she really needs to be doing is focusing on her health and go back to Canada instead of driving around here. I mean, whatever. I don't even believe that it's a real license, but you know what they say. Once a liar, never a Kermit haver. The point here is this. So she's like threatening reaction channels, and she's saying that like the FBI is going to come after them. And I'm just really trying to understand. Seriously, now, all jokes aside, Chantal, do you really believe that the Federal Bureau of All Squirrels and Investigations have any amount of time for online drama and and online beef and drama with like entertainment channels? Like, seriously, like, do you really think that they care? They handle the cases of the utmost importance, like Amberlyn Reed's comments where they compliment her on her following. Like, no FBI agent, except of course for FBI Frank, is going to be concerned that people are mean to you on the internet. Make it make sense. More point about Foodie Beauty. She keeps talking about in this live stream about how, and she's talked about this before many times, how people are falsely outraged by her behavior, and it's false outrage, false outrage. I'm actually going to give you an example of false outrage. I interview a squirrel and people are outraged. I put a Kermit in my video. These things are nonsensical. It's certainly, definitely the Kermit because it's an inanimate object, not me coming for Kermit. My point here is this. Those two things would definitely be examples of people being outraged over nothing. The thing about the internet is that whatever you talk about, whatever you show on the internet, there's always a section of people that are outraged. That's part of the job, just like how being trashed is part of the job. Having negative comments is part of the job, right? It's a this is a job on YouTube, and this is part of it. She should know that by now. What she's doing are not examples of false outrage. For instance, her not helping her cat for years, Julia crying for years, the fact that she kept postponing doing the right thing for Julia and helping her out and spaying her. Like, she absolutely didn't do it for a long time, and then took off Julia's cone and lied about it. These are things that are detrimental to an animal. Chantal, you not taking care of BBJ, not taking Sam and BBJ to the vet, letting BBJ walk around in her own excrement, letting BBJ having these infections because you're not cutting her nails, because you're not taking her to the vet, your elderly cat, literally giving away Sam and BBJ, and as far as BBJ, to the first person that would ask, a stranger on the internet. These are not examples of false outrage, because the things that I've talked about are examples of, you know, like mistreatment towards animals. Like, I'll give you another example of something that I do consider false outrage. Let's say somebody breaks up with someone and they're a public figure and they start dating somebody else. That's not an example of anything wild. So yeah, that should be false outrage if people are going wild about that. What I'm trying to say is, it's not false outrage if you're mistreating animals like your good friend Amberlyn Reed. Well, that's about it for today's video. I want to thank you so very much for watching today. I appreciate your time. If you enjoyed this video, or especially if you didn't, I have great news. You're not going to like any of my other videos. So go and watch this one that's popping up right here on a similar topic. Go and leave it a dislike or a like. Be a friend. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you next time. Bye.